DPS is defined as damage per second, but in Genshin Impact, when you insert that acronym of DPS in front of a character's name, you're making a bold statement that within your team, that character will be doing the majority of the damage to your enemies. Mona is a Hydro support character in Genshin Impact, meaning she shouldn't be doing most of the damage for your team. So how does someone like you or me create the best DPS Mona in Genshin Impact? Do you just get a credit card and start swiping away until you achieve maximum copies of Mona and a 5-star weapon? Do you pray for godlike artifacts when farming? Do you study the game mechanics of Genshin Impact and outskill the game? Or is it all the above? Well, let us find out and see how to make the best DPS Mona in Genshin Impact. As we embark on this mission for today, the goal is to absolutely destroy Genshin Impact's hardest content. Hardest content, sure. Which is, generally considered to be Spiral Abyss, and more specifically, the last and quote-unquote hardest floor, floor 12. So basically, if we manage to get all stars on each chamber in the Spiral Abyss, you can say that we beat Genshin Impact to an extent, because of course, all the veterans know that the real end game is the pain of artifact farming. But I digress. Since Spiral Abyss is split into 2 halves, we can only put Mona on 1 half. And as I'm looking at the enemies, I see Pyrolectors in Chamber 3. And since Mona is a Hydro character, my choice is to put her on the first half. So now that we know the objective, let's figure out what to do with DPS Mona. Mona being a Hydro character gives us access to Freeze, Electrocharge, and Vaporize. Freeze is out of the question because Mona acts more as a buffer / enabler for those types of teams. Electrocharge could be a decent choice as it mainly focuses on consistent damage over time, but my choice for this video and what will allow our Mona to multiply her damage times 2 is none other than Vaporize. When deciding for a team, since our focus is Vaporize, obviously we need some pyro supports. The obvious choice and one of Mona's best friends is Bennett.
Penny's adventure team, assemble!
I don't need to explain Bennett, right? Buffer, healer, pyro, he lets Mona do big damage basically. Xiangling would be our other support just because of a pyro tornado and that pyro application. For our last slot, we're going to test and decide between Kazuha, Venti, and maybe Sucrose. All are great choices, but since Venti is on the current limited banner, Hoyoverse wants sales. You know they want that cash money, which explains why first half of Abyss has more enemies than any grouping. So based off of that, Kazuha and Venti are my go-to choices for now. Depending on what animal character I choose will greatly affect our team objective. So let's try them all out.
Let's play!
Venti boy, you know what you're good at?
Suck. Suck. Suck.
Okay, so if we suck in everything and infuse pyro, it's going to be easier for Mona to just vaporize and cause some significant damage, yeah? I think that's the whole point.
Think you can get away?
Oh?
Decided by destiny.
Oh, they dead-o. That's really all you need to do with Venti. Super easy, straightforward, love it. What about little Kazu boy?
Want me to come along?
What do you think Kazu boy likes to do? It's pretty obvious.
Suck.
Pretty much the same thing. Suck them all up and vaporize. That's pretty much the main thing with the teams. Honestly, Xiangling probably does better with the Kazuha build because at least like when Kazuha's swirling pyro, we're getting that extra damage to Xiangling and we're doing that damage off field. Whereas Venti, I feel like that's more of a Mona carry. Like you're depending on Mona to carry it because you're depending on like all the damage, the vaporize damage to come from Mona. Now let's pick a build, guys. I know I've already been showing off this build, but let me show you how we kind of got there. My first choice in building, for sure, I want Heart of Depth. Like I want that 15% higher damage bonus. All right, guys, here are my Heart of Death pieces, my best ones. Really good crit damage value flower. I got this feather right here that's crit damage, crit rate, and energy recharge, which is good for my Mona. Unfortunately, this is my best attack percent sans piece. The only thing that's worthy about this one, it has 27% crit damage and a little bit of EM, but other than that, sucks. I don't have a good Hydro Cup that's on set, and my best crit rate / crit damage circlet is probably this one. I do have an attack percent circlet that is Heart of Death, but this one's better just for the stats purposes. When I'm deciding what to do for my other 2 piece, I try to pick my best ones. Like this one, I want to keep it. So for sure, I'm getting rid of this one, and I'm probably gonna get rid rid of this feather. The thing is, like, your other bonus can be anything you want. There's emblem. There's like an attack percent if you want. There's noblesse. There's wanderer's troop. It just depends what you have. So like for me, I gotta first decide, okay, what hydro cup am I using? What's the best one I got? They all pretty much suck. They're copium. Like literally my best cup is probably this one with 13% crit rate, 8.2 attack percent, and 21 elemental mastery. Like all these stats boost on my damage except for defense. So I'm gonna try to stick with this one for now. Since I'm going with this cup, I'm gonna try going for Wanderer's Troop because this cup is on set, which means that I can have an off piece any of these. It just depends what I want to find as my best Wanderer's Troop. So what is my best Wanderer's Troop? Anything. My feathers, this one's decent. Kind of copium, honestly. This one could be good. Everything else is trash. My best attack percent sans piece is probably this one. 10% crit rate, 14% crit damage. This is a 34% crit damage value sans piece, and it has energy recharge, which is good for Mona. I think I'm laying on this one, and I believe everything else is trash. I don't have anything good. I need to complete my Heart of Death, so it's either between this one or keeping this crit piece. Whichever one I don't want to keep is what I want to make my off piece. So like I can make this my off piece, or I can make this my off piece. It really just depends what I have as my best crit damage and crit rate value. So I go to my feather. Probably my best feather is either this one or this one. They both have 40 plus crit damage values. So that means for sure I'm keeping this crit circlet. And I think I'm leaning, well, let me look at my stats. Let's say I pick this one. What would be my stats? 87, 112. Dang, that's a lot of crit rates. I think I want more crit damage. So we gotta fix it somehow. I think this has the most crit damage actually. I guess there's this one. Let me see if I put it on. What happens? 80 to 123. Not bad. It's not bad. That could work. Is it too much crit rate though? Okay guys, so I think this might be too much crit rate. So, man. Okay. I got it. We're gonna go back to this one. And I just remembered that I do have a piece since like AR30. I kid you not. It's like one of the best pieces I ever got, like for the first time. This crit damage circlet with 16.3 crit rate. But because we want more crit damage, I believe there it is. We only lowered our crit rate by like 8%, but we increased our crit damage by like 20. Now I know that was a lot to sit through. So like for testing any other two piece, it's the same mentality that we got to this point. But I'm gonna go ahead and just show you the results when we tested the damage. By the way, you're still here in this part of the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on the video, guys. Liking the video really helps me out if like I should keep making these types of videos, or even include like the building process of a character, because it's a lot and I just don't know if I should just take it out completely or just like leave this thought process in for future videos when I do other characters, like maybe like Ching in the future, or Ayaka since she's gonna come out on her rerun banner. Let me know down in the comments, guys, please. It really helps out. The only one that did more damage than our current set was the Shiminawa 2-piece, but if I look at the stats, I'd rather just sacrifice a little bit of damage and go for a more consistent crit rate. And that's how we ended up with a 2-piece Heart of Death and 2-piece Wanderer's Troop build. So the last thing to consider before you finish your build is picking the right weapon. In all the tests that we did, we were using the Skyral Atlas because it's neutral and basic. Guys, for sure, if you have like the Witsith, potentially for 10 seconds, it's going to be the best weapon you got. The only thing I don't like about the Witsith is the RNG. I like consistency. That's just me though. You do you, especially if you don't have a 5-star weapon. But I just can't handle the 20-second cooldown. F2Ps, Ultor 9, do it. Basically like a mini Skyral Atlas. What I'm going to test right now, because I have it available. Skyral Atlas, Lost Prayer, or Kagura's Rarity. I really suck at saying his name, so you can flame me in the comments if you want. I don't give up. Also from these three, Skyral Atlas is the one that gives you elemental damage bonus right off the bat for free. Lost Prayer, you have to have Mona stay on the battlefield for a while in order to even take advantage of that. Now this guy right here, Kagura, you'll think, how are you gonna activate this at Hydrosam? Hello? I got a trick for you. With Mona's elemental skill, you can cancel it mid-animation with like a sprint or something. 1, 2, and we need 3 stacks, right? To get 12% elemental damage. You can see right here I have 94.9. Third time, let's go. Bam. The little arrows. That means we got it. 12%. 106 now. I'm just saying, you could do it. You don't have to do it. You don't have to stress over it, but it's possible. But for testing purposes, let's see what we got. We're going to be testing the charge attack and burst for all 3 weapons. Okay guys, so obviously when testing the last prayer, we did less damage because we increased our crit rate and no crit damage. But honestly, these 2 tests are the same. You just got to readjust your stats to match it. But the one thing that Kagura does have that we could actually take advantage of is this 12% elemental damage bonus. Get the buff active really quick. 1, 2, 3. 61k. Nice. 1, 2. Go burst. And I'm kind of surprised but not surprised that Kagura is doing the most damage because we do have that extra crit damage. Even though Skyward Atlas has a higher base attack percent, and 12% elemental damage bonus, just that crit damage stat alone just carries everything. I used to be a diehard of using the Skyward Atlas, but I think after making this video and testing all this, I think I like Kagura or Last Prayer better. Now that we have our build, let's go ahead and take on the Spiral Abyss with our Kazuha and our Venti teams.
Everybody stand! Think you can get away? Brace yourselves! Fate is upon you! Time for takeoff! Decided by destiny! Here we go! Teamwork is dreamwork! Brace yourselves! Think you can get away? Fate is upon you! Teamwork is dream! One with nature, set clouds high, the birds call! Into destiny! Fate is upon you! Everybody stand! Shadows of fate! Written in the stars! Clouds high, birds call! Everybody stand! Think you can get away? Written in the stars! Time for takeoff! Decided by destiny! To the wind! Clouds high, the birds going in! Think you can get away? Decided by destiny! Delve into destiny! Yahoo! Everybody stand!
So we do this for Hydro. Thunder Boy. Do this again.
Decided by destiny!
If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, guys. It really helps out the channel. It really helps the video get boosted. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. It really lets me know if I should keep making these types of videos. I am trying to take my time more, but also appreciate feedback in the comments. And also let me know who you want to see next. I do have a character in mind, but since Aika's banner is coming, maybe Aika, but you guys let me know. Anyways, I love y'all so much, and remember, waifu over meta, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Oh, hey there, Kaching.